Good morning everybody and welcome back to another video. I'm sorry for my absence over the past few days or so. I've been, I don't want to say preoccupied, but I've been kind of busy, I suppose, doing one thing or another. And I'm kind of home alone at the moment with the exception of my brother, so we are having to do all of the household chores ourselves, which is nothing unusual, I suppose, but in our case it's kind of a rare occurrence. Anyway, today, having been inspired by Ox's 20 worst vehicles in War Thunder video, I've decided to do my personal 5 most fun vehicles. Now, these are not, these are my choices, so bear that in mind. Now let's crack on. So, up to the bat first, we have the Pack Wagon, the SD KFZ 234/4. This is effectively a Puma with a 75mm Pack 40 gun mounted on it. As a matter of fact, it is just a 75mm Pack 40 gun mounted on it. It's mobile, fast, and a hell of a lot of fun to drive. And that gun packs one hell of a punch too. Unfortunately, you can't get this thing anymore though. And now moving on to another vehicle that you unfortunately can't get anymore. The Panzer IIH. This is basically just a modified Panzer II. It's kind of War Thunder's equivalent of the Lux from World of Tanks. I mean, I'd still love a Lux, but until then, this thing does the job. 50mm gun, pretty much the same as what you get on the Puma. Decent penetration, around 100mm at 100 meters. And again, fast, mobile, a lot of fun to drive. The armor is lackluster, but don't get hit. At number 3, we have a tank that you certainly can take hits in. This is the Sherman Jumbo. However, this is the 4.7 battle rating Sherman Jumbo. The only reason I picked this one is because the one with the 75mm gun or the one with the long 75mm gun I should say, at 5.7, has a habit of getting up tier to 6.7 a lot. In theory this would be fine, apart from the fact that at 6.7 the armor on this thing is not quite as good. You can still bounce 88 Tiger rounds from this tank, however, if you get up tier to 5.7, which is why I've picked this one. At number 4, we have another Sherman. This is the M4A4 SA50. Effectively, this is an Israeli tank, the Super Sherman as it was known, and unlike the Israeli tank that we're used to, the Super Sherman, this does not have the same gun, however. This is a 75mm gun, L56 75mm gun, used by the French, although effectively it is a Israeli tank, hence the Israeli markings. A Sherman Firefly could have quite easily gone here, but I figured this was more unique, which is why it's gotten this place on the list at number 4. Worth playing if you haven't already, the same as the Sherman Jumbo really. Now last and certainly not least, we have the ZIS truck thing. This gets a 57mm long-barreled artillery gun mounted onto a very small, very light, very mobile chassis. It looks daft. The crew is open to the elements, and not only are they going to get covered in rain and snow fighting on the Eastern Front, they're also going to get showered in machine gun bullets and small arms fire. This is an issue in War Thunder, I grant you, but again, as with the lighter armoured vehicles on this list, like the Pack Wagon and the Panzer IIH, this thing is not supposed to get spotted and it's not supposed to get fired at. You must use your mobility to get around the enemy and shoot at them from the sides. Even though you're perfectly capable of penetrating them from the front, you don't really want to be taking on tanks head on in this thing. You just haven't got the armour to survive an engagement. Now, it is worth noting, however, that this thing does tend to get into higher tier games a lot because people up tier it. That is how useful this gun can be. Granted, the Pack Wagon does the same, but anyway, I'll leave you with a gunshot, shall I? Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share and subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next War Thunder video. Cheers.